Hi everyone, how are you all doing? So here I am back with another DVD haul. This time it's a slightly different kind of haul because everything that I've picked up here is Region 2. Now Region 2 is not so popular here in Canada, which is a Region 1 zone. But for me, wow, this is an exciting selection of titles. A lot of these are British movies and TV, so I think this lot is going to really sort you out in terms of how well do you know you're British. Not every title here is British, but there's a lot here that is. Okay, let's get into this. Let me show you what I got. So first up we have this one, the Complete War Collection. Most of these are British movies, but there is one that seems an odd one out to me. But yeah, what a great set this is. So it includes In Which We Serve, The Battle of the River Plate, The Dam Busters, The Cruel Sea, The Colditz Story, I Was Monty's Double, Ice Cold in Alex, Went the Day Well, fantastic movie. Cross of Iron, which is the Sam Peckinpah movie. That one seems a slightly odd one out to me, but great that it's here. The Wooden Horse, The Way Ahead, and They Who Dare. So really, really great set. Let me just show you what's inside. Next up we have another box set, and it's the Merchant Ivory Connoisseur Collection. So Merchant Ivory, there were actually 3 different collection videos that came out, but this Connoisseur Collection includes Morris, Hullabaloo Over George and Bonnie's Pictures, Autobiography of a Princess, Howard's End, Savages, and Quartet. And here's what the set looks like. And then with each movie, there are special features, and some of the special features also include some short films that have been made by Merchant Ivory. So there's really quite a lot here on this set. A really nice one to have. And then just to show you what I mean, these were the other 2 sets that could have been available. I don't have these, but that just gives you an idea. Next up, now if you were to look up cad, rakish, or dastardly in a dictionary, you might find the name Terry Thomas. So here we have a Terry Thomas collection of 6 films. Really great set here that includes School for Scoundrels, Private's Progress, Make Mine Mink, Too Many Crooks, The Naked Truth, which was an early film for Peter Sellers, and Brothers-in-Law. Just like it says on the inside here, the most noble cad of them all. Next up, we've got John Hurt as Quentin Crisp in An Englishman in New York. This was the follow-up to The Naked Civil Servant. Next is another war movie, and this one is Triple Cross, that stars Christopher Plummer and Yul Brynner and Trevor Howard. Now I actually have a set of stills that relate to this film, so I will show those in a different video. But yeah, pleased to have this one, Triple Cross. Next we've got Puppet on a Chain, which is an Alistair MacLean adaptation, and this one stars Patrick Allen. Next, I thought I would be the only person showing this DVD this week, but actually 80s Made Consumer showed me a copy in a video that he just put up on his channel the other day. The movie is Year of the Comet, so not to be confused with Night of the Comet. This is Year of the Comet. This was written by William Goldman, who also wrote movies such as Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. This one stars Penelope Ann Miller, was made in 1983, and is about a search for a rare vintage bottle of wine. Next, lots of Oscar nominations for this one. This is The Dresser from 1983 and starring Albert Finney and Tom Courtenay. Next, we've got Steve Coogan in The Parole Officer, and this one also stars Lena Headey, who was Queen Cersei in Game of Thrones. Next, one of the greatest childhood movies that there is, The Railway Children, with Jenny Agutter and Lionel Jeffries. Next, it's a Mike Leigh film, and this is Another Year. Next, we have a World War II drama, and this is based on true life events. This is Virginia McKenna in Carve Her Name with Pride, playing the character Violet Szabo, who agreed to be parachuted into France as a secret agent to help out a resistance group, but gets captured by the Gestapo. Next, we have another World War II drama, and this one is called Gift Horse, about a naval destroyer, and it stars Richard Attenborough and Trevor Howard. And next, we've got a TV drama, and this is Personal, with Alan Armstrong here playing George Oldfield, the detective who brought the Yorkshire Ripper to justice. And next, we've got a kitchen sink drama from the 60s, and this is Spring and Port Wine with James Mason and Susan George. Next, we've got another World War II drama, and this is a very popular adaptation of a children's novel, Goodnight, Mr. Tom, starring John Thor. Next, we've got a collection here from one of Britain's best-known playwrights, Alan Bennett, and this is the complete Talking Heads collection. So this was a series of monologues that he did, and it came out in 2 different series. I think one was in the 80s, 88, and then there was a follow-up 10 years later in 1998. These are a series of monologues with actors and actresses that include Patricia Routledge, Maggie Smith, Julie Walters, Thora Hird, and Penelope Wilton, and Eileen Atkins. Next, we've got Pierrepoint, and this is another true life drama, and this one stars Timothy Spall as Albert Pierrepoint, who was the real life hangman who was responsible for hanging such notorious criminals as Ruth Ellis, Derek Bentley, and the Nazi war criminals from the Nuremberg trials. Next, nice edition here. There's a Spanish edition of Michael Caine's Harry Palmer film, The Ipcris File. This Spanish edition just is named Ipcris, but yeah, I like the cover on this. I hadn't seen this cover before. Next, we've got one of Sean Connery's strongest performances in Sidney Lumet's The Offence from 1972. Really intense drama, this one, with Sean Connery as a detective who is trying to bring to justice Ian Bannon, who is suspected of being a child murderer. Very, very intense. Next, from 1946, we have Green for Danger with Alistair Sim as Inspector Cockerell, investigating a small village murder. This one is directed by Sidney Gilliat. Next, we have some Danish TV, and I know my parents are really, really enthusiastic about this one. It is The Killing, Seasons 1 and Seasons 2. Next, very pleased to have this. This is the Up series that was done by Michael Apted. So Michael Apted, the British director, who very extraordinarily went and followed a group of people throughout their lives. So literally following up with them every 7 years. So here we have 7 up, 14 up, 21 up, 28 up, 35 up, 42 up, and 49 up. Now, he did actually get up to, next one would be 56, and then 63, and I think 63 up was the final one because Michael Apted actually passed away in 2021. But yeah, an extraordinary thing to do over his lifetime. Next, got this wonderful BFI collection here of Terence Davies films, the Terence Davies collection. So this includes his 3 short films, which are Children, Madonna and Child, and Death and Transfiguration. And we also have Of Time and the City, The Long Day Closes, and Distant Voices, Still Lives. Next, and actually my sister sent this to me, and it is The Black Windmill, a nice Sainsbury's art card adaptation here. I'll just show you inside. There's a very nice bit of poster art. So yeah, thanks very much to my sister for sending this to me. I remember The Black Windmill was a film, I really haven't seen it since my childhood, but I remember seeing it in my childhood because this was one where really I was supposed to be going to bed. I wasn't supposed to be staying up late, but I had a little black and white TV in my room, and I had the TV under the duvet watching The Black Windmill. So yeah, I would have been very young when I saw this. So yeah, I look forward to watching it again. Next is a couple more seasons of Foyle's War, which stars Michael Kitchen. I do like this wartime investigation series, and a lot of this was filmed near my old hometown as well. So yeah, I really enjoy Foyle's War. Next is a classic bit of British TV from the 80s, written by Alan Bleasdale and starring Bernard Hill. This is Boys from the Black Stuff. And next we have back with Alan Bennett again, Alan Bennett at the BBC. And this is a really marvellous collection of all of the dramas that he produced for the BBC. Now, a lot of these were award-winning dramas. They include An Englishman Abroad, which starred Alan Bates, and also The Insurance Man, which stars Daniel Day-Lewis as Kafka. And then next, this is really wonderful, 3 classic Mills films. And we've got Hayley Mills here in Tiger Bay. I really wanted to get a copy of this. I'm really pleased to have this. Whistle Down the Wind, which I do already have, but nonetheless, this is a great movie. And this really fascinating one here, Sir John Mills's Moving Memories. So the fascinating thing about this, I watched this just the other night, is that Sir John Mills used to have his own 16mm camera, and he would take it to some of his film shoots. So we have, Tiger Bay, Whistle Down the Wind. These are actually black and white movies. But yeah, he had a colour cine film which he would take around with him to some of his shoots. So this is a really fantastic documentary that is kind of a bit of a career retrospective, but it also includes some of this great footage that he took on set. And you get to see loads of stars as well that include David Niven, Laurence Olivier, tons of great actors in this. So yeah, really, really fascinating stuff. I'll just show you the inside. So there we have Tiger Bay, fantastic movie. Whistle Down the Wind, definitely one of my childhood favourites. And there we have Sir John Mills' Moving Memories. And next, in a similar set, we have these 3 classic cult comedies. And these are definitely films you don't see around very often. So we have Griff Rhys-Jones and Mel Smith in Wilt, Julie Walters in Personal Services, and John Glover in Leon the Pig Farmer. So there is Leon the Pig Farmer, Personal Services, and Wilt. And then finally, really going back to my childhood here, and it is The Complete Secret Army. So yeah, this was a drama that was on TV when I was very young. But yeah, this is the complete set here. Really nice additions on all of this. They all have, quite lavish production notes as well. Now, if you're older than me, then maybe you'll remember there was a comedy series that came out later in the 80s that was called Allo Allo on British TV. And really that was inspired by this series, but obviously a comedic version. This is the serious stuff. So yeah, obviously haven't seen this since early childhood. So yeah, it'll be interesting to catch up with this and see how it's aged. Okay, so there we go. That is the collection of Region 2 titles that I was able to pick up. Really quite a fascinating bunch there. So how well do you know your British movies and TV? Let me know in the comments if you're familiar with these. Have you seen any? What do you think? Okay, so please do join me again for some more videos, more to come. Thanks very much for sticking with me through this one. Like I say, I enjoy reading your comments, so let me know what you think. All the best to you. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.